All right. And we are live.
It's lit.
Back at it again with the final preseason episode of the Kuz cast, right?
The Kuz cast, baby.
Welcome to Lower
This feels like the day before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Even though that we got like 3 more days before the season actually starts.
Yeah. This is like
it just feels good, man.
This is like my birthday because my birthday right before Christmas. So
Exactly.
I'm just like,
it's gonna be double trouble. Like
man,
I can't but I'll take it. But yeah, no. So I was watching all of the talking heads on all of the networks talk about Kai for the past couple of days.
Yeah.
And Kai always does this to me where he does something stupid, or I won't say stupid. He does something different, right? You do something different. We're like, oh, it's Kai. This is why he did it. This was how we feel about it. And then the media circus around it goes crazy and everybody jumps off the deep end. Or some people like, oh, we're just sticking with Kai. We know this is a self-righteous dude. Oh, blase, blase. All that. And then Kai speaks. And this happens every single time. Everybody picks and chooses exactly how they want to feel about it for 5 days. And I think Kai just sits back and he's like, all right, enough is enough. He breaks his silence, and then everybody breaks his silence, and they're like, oh, this dude can't read. And I'm like, I don't know what you – like, it wasn't bad what he said. It just feels – it feels weird. It feels misguided. It feels like his efforts are – I don't want to like disrespect them, but what I'm saying is his efforts aren't as he wants them to be portrayed because of what he says. Because he was talking about how he wanted to be the voice for the voiceless, people losing their jobs and stuff like that. Like, you're losing $15 million, but you're still making $15 million by doing exactly what you want. And Shannon Sharp was like, he just wants to make decisions and have no consequences for any of his actions. That's what me and you talked about last podcast. Every time he makes a decision, he's like, why should there be consequences? We're in a free world. Like, what are you saying, bro? Like, I don't get it. I'm not against him. I just feel like when you try to get your message across, you kind of look wild. Product, please.
Hey, Modelo sponsor this pod.
Yeah, I'm Hispanic. My name's Orlando.
Yeah, Orlando.
Yeah, my name is Orlando.
I don't know what. Yeah. My wine's got bubbles.
Yeah, that's a champagne.
I love champagne. Yeah, no, I think it's one of those things where you have to. I think if you could have, we should have seen this coming from a mile away. To be honest.
Yeah, this was predictable.
We should have known, like, when they announced the vaccine roll. We should have known when they were in the bubble that Kyrie Irving was going to have a problem with all of this.
And that's what they talked about.
Yeah. What's interesting, though, is that the NBA doesn't have a mandate. It's these individual teams.
Yeah.
And the individual cities. The individual cities have rules and regulations that are basically controlling what the teams are and aren't able to do. The NBA hasn't mandated anything, right? Also really interesting is that, like, in general for, like, New York entertainment, right? Like, you don't, like, while you have to, like, provide, like, proof of vaccination, you don't have to wear a mask or anything. This is an issue that they had with the Met Gala, where they had all these, like, all the celebrities didn't have to wear masks, but all their staff had to wear masks. Did you not see that? It was a big.
I saw that, but it didn't dawn on me until now.
Yeah, so and that's the rules for New York entertainment venues, is that you have to provide proof of vaccination, but you also don't have to, which is like, so these are the same rules that kind of apply to the Nets. And then I think it's also interesting that the Nets kind of stuck up and were like, Kyrie's not going to play, not going to practice, he's not allowed in the facility until he's vaccinated.
Yeah.
So it seems like they're kind of over it.
They gave him a big lift that we talked about last time where they allowed him to practice.
Yeah.
They had the city they found some kind of loophole with the NBA, and they were like, okay, well, this is like his workplace, and he's working from home type deal. So
he balling from home. He balling.
Yeah, he hooping at the crib, but they allowed him to practice. So you being able to practice at home was clutch, but then you're just practicing. You can't play any home games. You're only playing away games, but then some of those away games you can't play because when you play the Warriors, you can't play. When you play the Knicks, you can't play. So what's that, like 2 games against the Warriors, 4 games against the Knicks? That's 6 games out of the this 82 games. You can only play half, and then you're already subtracting 6 of that. Like,
you know where you don't need to be vaccinated?
Where?
In the Staples Center.
Ooh.
I love Russell Westbrook. You know this. But if you can make that trade.
You can't.
Why not?
Nobody's going to take Russ.
For Kai?
Nobody wants Russ.
Would you like if you're the Nets and you're trying to get rid of Kyrie Irving? Ben Simmons just went back to Philly.
They didn't want Ben. Imagine they didn't want Ben Simons. You think if they don't want Ben
Simons alone?
You think if they didn't want Ben, they were like, hey, this makes sense for everybody. 1 for 1. We talked about it. You do a 1 for 1, and then I told you that they were talking about pushing Seth Curry in the mix as well, just to get them some extra
leverage.
Yeah, some extra leverage. But you do that, or like a 1 for 1 was fine with me. That makes both teams like considerably better, I think.
Yeah.
I think that answers all of those questions. It fills all of the holes. The Sixers don't have a guard that can shoot. They don't want a guard that's going to be, super ball dominant, but also we need somebody to score without the ball or score with the ball, like not just be able to run around like Danny Green and just receive and then be able to score like that. He can create his own shots, which Ben Simmons really can't if it's not a layup. And then he can do it.
He's the king of creating layups, though.
Bro, he's the king of creating points.
Yeah.
From anywhere on the court. It may take 17 dribbles, but he's still going to score.
But they didn't want Ben Simons, 1, when Ben was trying to do a force out of Philly. And then 2, they weren't necessarily sure about what all these COVID protocols were going to be. I think we now have a much clearer thing. We have a much clearer idea of the situation now. 3 weeks later, it's a different stance. The Nets were still open to letting Kyrie practice. They were still trying to work the New York rules.
You think they're trying to wait out the pandemic?
What, the Nets?
Yeah.
Here's the question, right? Even if let's say you wait out the pandemic. Let's say the numbers drop down and no one dies starting today.
Yeah.
No more COVID deaths starting today,
and
right?
The CDC.
And the CDC is like, hey, you know what? We're all good to go.
They wave the magic wand over New York.
Yeah, they say, hey,
you're good to go.
Y'all are good,
The
right? Disney
Channel won.
I'm Kyrie Irving, and welcome to the pandemic.
Exactly.
Anyway, so thinking of that, right? Like, people are still gonna have to get vaccinated. Like, that's the thing. They're still gonna require the vaccinations. Here's the other thing with like New York specifically: you can't go anywhere without a vaccine card. Like, you're not allowed to go anywhere, which is real weird because I understand like people are like, well, it's just like other vaccines, like how you can't go to school when you're a kid if you don't have the MMR, when you're a kid, like how kids can't go to school when they get there. But like you never had to show your MMR vaccine card to go into a Chili's.
Yeah,
that's weird. Is that not weird?
I don't think it's weird. I think that's just like a necessary evil at this point, and it's not even that.
Yeah.
Like, you're not inconveniencing anyone by having them do that. I think that when you're in a situation where this is as ongoing as it is, why do you stop? Like, why do you like pull back the reins just to, tighten it up again? Because people aren't doing anything calculated. It's more so cause and effect. Like, all right, well, the deaths were 100 people a day. Now it's 75 people a day. So we'll take that 25% decrease and we'll decrease the restraints by 25%.
No.
we'll do that. And then they just keep doing it as push and pull, and you're just seeing that you give people more freedom, more people die. You give people less freedom, less people die.
Oh, yeah.
But you get disgruntled people that don't want to be in the house.
Yeah,
So what, I don't think anybody's going to look at it, because it's been this long, as I'm doing my part for the society. No, nobody gives a fuck. They've been in the house for forever.
It's been, yeah.
Yeah, like, get me out the house. If you die, you die. Everybody is Ivan Drago, and it's over.
I was talking to a friend the other day, because it's like, I feel like a lot of people want to, like, people like to care about other people, right? But there's a limit
on paper.
On paper, right?
Yeah.
But there's a limit to how much you can care about other people. And we found the limit. It's about 15 months.
Yeah.
We got about 15 months in us to really, really care about other people. After that,
and then it's gone.
Fuck off. Like, we're done. We're good forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a limit to the meter, right? And at a certain, like, we never knew where the limit to caring about other humans was. And it ran all the way down.
We hit the ceiling.
15 months.
Yeah, that's it. But no.
Stop caring about other people. That's what you need to learn from this podcast.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the message that we're preaching.
Okay. So now that the preseason's coming to an end, this very short but long off season at the same time.
Yeah.
It's coming to an end. It's long because we want basketball back.
It's also long because, like, the Nats sucked this year.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad time.
You can, like, I don't like baseball, but I can at least get with baseball if, like,
if we're winning.
Yeah, I can watch. I'm not gonna go watch the Nats lose to the Rangers 6-0. That's terrible.
We're not watching either. And the Nats just got rid of the entire team.
I got a Natty shirt on right now. This is embarrassing.
It's a very good Natty shirt.
It is. Yeah, this is the Tommy Bahama. Hey, shout out to Mark in the gift shop.
The gift shop, Mark. We love you.
We love you.
Oh my gosh!
If you've never been to the Washington Nationals gift shop, they have the most excellent manager who has the best product placement I've ever seen in the store. In any store. I've
been to a lot of baseball stadiums.
It was like Disney level.
That was Disney. That's how I felt. I felt like I was Disney. In a Disney gift shop.
Yeah. It was
where your mom's like, get one thing, and you're like, it's no way. Yeah, it's no way I can get one thing.
And they're all $80 billion. Yes, and you do get the one thing.
It's all worth it though.
Yeah, no, Shout out to Mark. Shout out to the Washington.
Shout out to the Natties.
Anyway, get back.
Now, because of it being the eve of the season, we got to lock in our picks.
Okay,
we did 1 through 10. And we talked briefly about it.
Yeah.
But now it's time to lock in. This the rules. We're going 1 through 10. We're getting the play-in guys as well as the top 8.
Okay.
And then All-Star break, we'll do one switch. We have 2 changes that we can make. Mm-hmm. You can remove a team totally. You can bump a team up, slide a team down. 2 changes only.
2 changes.
These are our predictions. Okay. We got to lock them.
Wait,
They're
2
done.
Changes each division?
No.
Or 2 changes total?
2 changes total.
2 changes total.
So for both conferences.
Okay.
So you ready for that? You got?
I'm ready.
Do you have a song prepared for us?
It's the final countdown.
Do you have a song on your heart?
A song in my heart. The song I have is "Family Ties" by Baby Keem. That's the song in my heart currently.
Is that's the Lakers theme song? That's what they're gonna do. That's the little hype video that they're gonna play on the Jumbotron.
Doing that bit. I'll be walking around the house doing this, like for the video.
I
made it to 1,000 and did that shit hard. Okay, yeah.
I'll let you go first.
Okay.
Hold on,
also say, can we also stipulation if like a superstar dies?
They have to die. Like they can't blow the 2 ACLs. They have to literally fall off the face of the earth.
Listen, I'll put it like we'll limit it to 5 people. We'll limit it to 5 people.
The 5
People
untouchables.
that if they break both their legs and both their arms,
and their bones are made out of glass.
Yeah. Every night, then we get to evaluate a re-ranking.
So are you wanting like an exemption?
Yeah,
Like
an exemption, right? I mean, because like if the Lakers lose LeBron, or if the Nets lose Kevin Durant.
Okay, we'll do that.
That's what I'm saying.
We'll do one exemption, an injury exemption.
An injury exemption.
But the 2 changes is still concrete. We'll do that.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
So and then the 5 injury exemptions are LeBron, Kevin Durant,
Giannis, Steph Curry,
Harden.
No,
Luka.
It can't be. Yeah,
Luka.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
Okay, cool.
Well, write that down.
Okay.
That's on camera.
You saw that on camera.
Yeah, we seen it. You see it. Y'all saw it. Y'all
so
saw it. God saw
was
it.
again LeBron, KD, Giannis, Steph, Luka. So if any of those 5 lose their legs.
Yeah, if their wrists fall off their arms.
Oh no.
Then yeah, okay. All right. Well, give me your. Let's do it like this. Give me your East, and I'll follow up with mine. We'll go 1 through 10. Talk about it real quick.
Okay, cool. Number 1, champs. Go with the Bucks.
I respect that.
They're walking different. They're playing different right now. They look really confident as a unit.
They got worse.
They did
on paper.
They did get worse on paper, but I feel like even though they lose PJ Tucker, I feel like they're still
big piece, big dog.
Big piece, big dog.
Roof.
You know, they still got Bobby Portis. They still got 50-year-old Bobby Portis. So
Shut
I mean,
your mouth.
Yeah.
He's 15. He just looks 50.
Yeah. 15 going on 50. So we got. I'm gonna put the Bucks up top. I think they've always been a good regular season team, and I think they're walking differently.
And they always will be.
Yeah. Then I think you got their Nets.
Okay.
3. This is a big jump. This is a big jump.
Yeah.
Heat.
I like that.
Yeah. 3 the Heat.
That's interesting.
I'm hoping Tyler makes a leap. I'm hoping
He's looking confident.
Tyler's looking confident.
He got a little bit bigger. He gained 6 pounds.
I was not expecting. I saw him at the end because I went to Miami last May, and I saw him, and he looked awful in person. He looked like he'd been out partying for 2 weeks straight playing. And so it seems he's got a kid on the way. It seems like he's playing a little bit better. It seems like he's a little more focused.
I hope he got some focus and some motivation, and I hope. Last year was a kick in the ass that he needed because he
played really bad.
He played all. I think he just took what happened in the last 2 games of the NBA Finals when they were figuring him out.
Yeah,
and then he took that and made it the "they figured me out" season.
Yeah,
he had a sophomore slump like an NFL player would have, and it was awful.
They got the tape, but he looks good.
Yeah,
so I'm expecting Tyler to make a leap. I mean, they still got Victor Oladipo who can come back hopefully at some point, even though he's got 1 leg,
which is insane.
Huh?
I said, which is insane. Yeah, they have Vic.
They have Vic.
That's wild.
And no one cares. And
Nobody
they got Fat Kyle too.
Fat Larry.
They got Fat Larry. So
my boy.
I'm excited to see what the Heat do.
The original dinosaur chicken nugget.
Yeah. He said the kids' cuisine.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Lowry looks like his body's made of he's made of kids' cuisine brownies. That's what his body's made out of.
The little frozen?
Yeah, it's frozen. It's somehow molten lava and frozen at the same time.
Delicious, Kyle. Thank you.
Yeah. That's it. So that's 3. That's the Heat. Number 4, I'm gonna put Boston at 4.
Okay.
I'm expecting JT to play well. They're getting Jaylen Brown back.
Yeah.
Dennis Schroeder,
that's a plus.
It's a plus. Dennis Schroeder's a plus, even though he's worth $6 million right now.
That's a bigger plus.
I know, the fact that they got him cheap.
Got him on sale.
So I'll say number 5 is going to be Atlanta.
Okay.
Put 5 Atlanta. 6 Bulls. This is a big jump for the Bulls.
You're one of those.
Hey, listen, I'm watching Chicago basketball this year.
One of the sheeple.
Oh, listen, I love Kobe White. I love that whole team.
You're disgusting, and I hope this comes back to backfire for all of the.
I love that whole
for
team,
all the casuals.
other than the certified lover boy.
I'm off.
Denzel Valentine should get the heart in his head.
No, Denzel Valentine should get the tiger in his head.
Yeah, bite. He should get the Zion Z.
No.
So 7 New York. I'm putting 7 New York, 8 Hornets, 9 Raptors, 10. This hurts. This is gross, but Zards.
The Zards?
Yeah, the Zards at 10. I ain't having.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe
That's
the Magic.
weird.
It might be the Magic.
We were pretty close.
Okay.
And then 8, 9, 10, you kind of slid off.
Okay, let me hear what you got.
cliff for me. So one, I got Brooklyn.
Okay.
Kyrie or no Kyrie, I think they're gonna be.
James looks good. James looks like James right now.
They're going to be angry.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I'm either angry at Kai, and that's gonna give me some motivation, or angry at the fallout of what happened because of Kai. Not angry at my teammate, but angry at the fact that you're not writing us off, but you're making it as if we are that one-dimensional, where Kai is like the make or break guy.
Yeah.
And we know
that he's not.
Before James got there, that was good. James is clearly better than Kyrie. We understand that. So if your initial plan was to have a nucleus of just Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and you got it in the series of misfortunate events, now you've upgraded from Kai and Kevin to Kai and James.
Yeah.
I mean, to Kevin and James. Like
that's true.
Like, this is just like the best case scenario for the worst case scenario. Yeah. Now you got that. Now you get more touches for both of these guys who are only going to get better with more touches.
That's true.
So, I got Brooklyn 1.
Okay.
I got the defending champs 2 because I feel like it's disrespectful when people slide them to the 4 and 5. I've been seeing some weird stuff thinking that just because they lost P.J. Tucker, they got worse.
They've been a great regular season team for the last
for forever.
Years. Yeah, since Giannis got there, they've been a good regular season team.
So I got Brooklyn, Milwaukee. Then number 3, I have Boston. Boston is the team that I was telling you about that I felt like we're sleeping on because they got better in every way.
Yeah.
All of their deficiencies they improved on. All of the health issues are gone. So
could be Boston's year.
I don't understand how Boston is not. It took a lot for me to not have Boston like 1 or 2. I feel like that's going to be a regular season team that's going to fight so hard because they feel like they have to prove something. Jason Tatum's playing well. They get Jaylen Brown back. And then Dennis Schroeder is a big plus. They made the swap with, I think everybody had been seeing, putting Lob Williams in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
They were doing all kind of weird stuff with Daniel Tice and Taco Fall. That's cool.
Daniel Tice is somewhere weird now. Where's he at? No one cares. It's like Oklahoma City.
He's somewhere odd.
Yeah,
we might have to.
He's somewhere out in Vegas.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care what Daniel Tice is.
Daniel Tice is somewhere. Somebody let us know where Daniel Tice is.
I think Daniel Tice might. I ain't gonna make a prediction.
Find
out where Daniel Tice is. We don't care, but just find out for the sake of this the knowledge. Yeah. So I got Boston.
Oh,
is he in Phoenix?
No.
Where's he at?
Houston. Oh, man.
Hey,
Daniel. They get my boy Daniel dirty. Hey, Daniel, come be his arm, bro.
No.
Daniel, come be his arm.
Keep him in Houston.
No.
Daniel, I'll come see you at the Turkey Leg Hut, my boy. Have a good time. All right, 4, I got the 76ers. I think that with or without Ben, because of the fact that Tobias Harris is just a weird dude.
I didn't put the Sixers.
You didn't throw him on there. That's perfect, but it's locked in, baby.
No.
Let's go. I think I win this one.
Fuck.
All right, so I got the Sixers. That's why I didn't want to see what you was putting, and I didn't want it to be an influence where we did this together. Damn, we did this separate for the record. So I got the Sixers. I got the Sixers at 4.
Okay.
Miami at 5.
Okay.
That's one of those ones where I can see that flip. I think that they're like, let's say Victor Oladipo comes back, he meshes well with what they got, and he's like the 6th man or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that would be interesting, and that's going to probably propel them over the 76ers. But I got 76ers at 4, Miami at 5, Atlanta with an identity at 6.
Okay.
I think that was the big thing last year why they were where they were. The East was a little weak at the bottom half of it, and they was able to sneak up.
I hope the Sixers self-destruct. I hope Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons both broke their arms and legs.
Nah, it's not happening, brother. For the sake of your all right. So for 7, I have the Knicks.
Okay.
For 8, I have the Bulls.
Oh, okay.
I think the Bulls are going to be considerably better than last year, but they still stink.
Yeah. The Bulls are going to be like my Mavericks, where I'm just watching all those games for no reason.
I respect it.
Yeah, where I'm just like,
the Bulls don't. The Bulls, they don't stink. I take that back. They don't stink. They have a better coach than buddy they had last year. I forget his name, the bald head guy. He was just awful. He was like a football coach.
Yeah. They had Carlos Boozer as the coach, right?
That's what it felt like. He was just weird. Beijing. Nobody. You remember when Archie Diacono?
Yeah,
was
going crazy.
Yeah, he was going at him,
like yelling at him from the
sideline.
I gotta do this.
Yeah, he like, bro, I told you,
I'm nice.
And I was like, bro, I've never seen that on the NBA
bro,
court.
I've never seen a whole team stare at a coach.
Yeah, they just like, fuck this dude. We just.
we told you we gonna be nice.
We gonna be the 12th seed with or without you, buddy. Yeah. Ain't gonna matter.
Yeah, bro. We win in 23 games this year, bitch.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can do to stop us. But yeah, I think with a better coach. Shout out Scotty Brooks.
Shout out Scotty. They got Scotty?
Yeah, they got Scotty, bro.
They definitely making the playoffs with Scotty.
Yeah, so I think that they're 8. 9, Toronto.
I'm down in Toronto.
I like
the Ram Riddles on.
I like the fact that Toronto had a stinky year last year. They got misplaced. They threw them in Tampa Bay, and they didn't know what to do. The Tampa Bay Raptors is the worst basketball team I've seen in a long time.
That was terrible.
Tampa Bay Raptors was doo-doo.
It was like the Bobcats.
Yeah, it was weird watching.
Yeah.
And then the Pacers. You didn't have the Pacers in there. I don't understand how the Pacers is not a team for you. Sabonis is still there. They still have Miles Turner. TJ Scoring wasn't there last year. He's probably not going to be here for the first half of this season.
I'm good.
TJ Scoring comes back. You got TJ McConnell.
I don't believe in them.
You got Malcolm Brogdon.
I do like Malcolm Brogdon.
We like miniature Kawhi, bro.
That's true. Light skin Kawhi.
Miniature Kawhi is good. So I got the Pacers at 10. I think that'll be the round out. They could probably slide over Toronto or the Bulls just because I feel like that's a better team. It's just we'll see.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what I got for the East. What you got for the West?
All right, West. Number 1.
Number 1.
You already know.
Number 99. It's a player.
It's the Lake Show, baby. It's the Lake Show. I think once they get that figured out, they're gonna be a really, really fun team to watch. I think they look stupid right now. It looks real. Like, there's flashes of brilliance.
It's like 2 plays every quarter. I'm like, damn.
God, yeah, right?
And then I'm like, what are y'all? Like, are y'all even playing basketball? Like, everybody's thinking about dinner.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, where are we going after this?
I think when they all lock in, I think like even though it's not a great fit, I think they're all motivated to win. I think Russ and Carmelo are more motivated to win a championship than ever before. I think they're gonna figure out. And there were plays that I saw, like especially between like Russell Westbrook and LeBron and Russ and AD,
which was impressive. I didn't think that was going to be as seamless.
Even Russ and DeAndre Jordan,
they have a weird connection.
That was so weird. You see that touch pass?
Oh, they just keep going back and forth.
I was like,
yo,
touch, lob.
Yeah.
I was like, that is
impressive.
I was like, that's impressive. So I think once the Lake Show get it figured out again, barring they all say, even if here's the thing, they could lose a superstar for a little bit.
They could lose anybody short of LeBron for a little bit,
right? And be okay. So I think the Lakers are gonna have it. I think it's gonna be so weird to watch between now and January, and I think like January 18th, we're going to see a team that wins like 20 straight.
I think this is so. I don't want to hijack your points or your ranking.
Yeah.
With teams like the Lakers, right? When the Lakers won the championship, I think in the beginning of the year, the Lakers were one of those teams where they were building up steam, and then they like kind of peak. They would hit a lot of peaks and valleys with that team throughout the year. When it comes to play style, like the Warriors.
Yeah.
The Warriors hit their peak and just kind of hung out up there. Then they hit a fucking speed bump, but took it to the moon like E.T. when they got Kevin Durant, because everything just continued to get better. The play style never changed.
Yeah.
So teams, we started seeing like random teams have a lot of success against them because you can game plan against a team that has a specific play style. The Lakers have never had a specific play style.
Yeah.
It's either we try to run a little bit of this offense, give it to LeBron. He's going to stand still. Everybody else is going to stand still. And then because of your anxiety, because of the fact that LeBron has the ball in his hand, you're probably going to make a mistake. He's going to find it out immediately when you made that mistake, and he's going to exploit it. That's what they just do. So you cannot predict LeBron's predictions.
Yeah.
Like we can't game plan for LeBron being smarter than us. You can't do that. But right now, they don't have a play style. That's why it looks so stupid.
Yeah, they don't have a play style.
They don't have nothing that they're going to. They're not abusing any kind of like offensive set. They're not playing 4 out with 1 in. They're not doing a whole bunch of screen and roll. They're just doing random stuff.
They're figuring out also, and that they're figuring out offensively, and then they haven't worked on their defense at all. And here's the other thing you got to remember is that
the defense looks stinky. I will say that.
Frank's a defensive-minded coach.
Yes.
He's going to prioritize defense, right? And I think we might, like, sleeper pick, but we might see Russ be, like, the steals leader.
You think so?
Something like that. Right?
I like that.
I think
he'll be empowered.
Yeah. To play defense.
Yeah.
When he doesn't require, when the whole offense doesn't have to be on him.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna, because like he's really really good at that. Remember, he and Paul George led the league in steals when
when they were in Oklahoma City.
Yeah. So I think we'll see that. I think when you empower him to play defense and take the ball off his hands, so he's not so focused offensively, you get that out of him. So I think the Lakers won. I think we'll see defensive Russell Westbrook. I think we'll see a lot of like the role players like Malik Monk and these guys really turn into lockdown defenders, or they're gonna get the fuck off the court.
Yeah, they're not gonna play. It's gonna be Wayne Ellington.
Yeah, it's gonna be Wayne Ellington
and Trevor Reese when he comes
Kent
back.
Bazemore.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
sadly.
guys. That's what's gonna happen. So it's either you're gonna be defensively minded. We got offensive scorers on the floor. We got also. Oh, and I'll bring this up later. But anyway, so I'll say Lakers won.
I know what it is.
What? We'll save it.
I know what it is. I'll save it, but I know what it is.
Lakes.
When you say it, I'll let you know. I know what it is. Who's your number 2? You got
Nuggets.
Lakers 1.
Nuggets number 2.
Okay, I like that.
Don't disrespect the MVP.
You.
Phoenix 3.
Okay.
Jazz 4.
This is creepy. Continue.
Warriors 5.
All right, you're wild.
Mavs 6.
Mm-hmm.
Clips 7.
This is creepy.
Blazers 8.
Yo, chill.
Grizzlies 9.
Chill. If you
Spurs 10.
All right, you can't get my 10. If you would have got my 10, I would have lost my mind.
Hey.
Okay.
This is just the fact that we watch more Western Conference basketball than Eastern Conference basketball.
It's just because the West is better.
The West is better. But anyway, sorry, go ahead.
All right. That's weird.
That was weird?
We made one switch and it derailed us, but we were one off for the rest of the way.
That's wild.
All right. 1, because it's all young dudes, all people with something to prove. Mm-hmm. It's the young dog. We got old dogs in L.A. Mm-hmm. The young dogs, they play the regular season, and they play the regular season like it's a playoffs.
This is true.
Denver is 1 for me.
Okay.
Because I don't think – I think I'll save those points. I'll just say that they're better.
Okay.
I think everybody on that team except the Joker is going to improve.
I think they're getting paid more. I don't know if they're better.
They are getting paid a lot of money. So I got Denver 1, Lakers 2. Phoenix 3, mm-hmm. The Jazz 4,
okay.
The Mavs 5, mm-hmm. The Clips 6, because I think Kawhi will be back soon. Mm-hmm. Paul George is more than enough to keep them afloat in the regular season.
Yeah,
as long as you're not playing playoff basketball, Paul George is one of the best.
Oh yeah, he's the best. He's regular season
man
all day.
And then 7, I got the Blazers. 8, I have the Warriors. You slid them. I
think you're being real disrespectful to Klay Thompson's return.
To the cum bucket? Am I being disrespectful to cum bucket?
No, you're being real disrespectful to Steph Curry, to Draymond Green, and to the fact that Klay Thompson's going to be back in January.
Will he?
Yeah, he'll be back in January.
Do we know that?
That's most of the season. I know you're like, oh, he's not going to be back till January, but he's going to be back in January, and it's going to be Klay Thompson. It's Klay fucking Thompson.
It is Klay Thompson.
It's Klay Thompson. I feel like you're being mad
disrespectful. But what Klay Thompson is it? It's too many unknowns. I don't look.
You think Klay Thompson lost his jump shot?
No, I think Klay Thompson lost his ability to be able to defend the best player on the opposing team and be Klay Thompson. I think that's gone.
We'll see.
That's just my prediction.
Okay.
So Warriors at 8.
Okay.
9, I got the Grizz.
Okay.
10 because the Spurs just lost absolutely everything.
Yeah.
I know Pop's the GOAT.
It's Pop.
It's still Pop.
It's still Pop.
My 10 is going to piss you off, and it's going to piss me off because
don't say it.
Hold on.
Don't say it.
Hold on. I don't want them here.
Turn the cameras off. I have to turn the cameras. Look,
I don't.
Nick in the future. Turn the cameras off.
I don't want them here.
I'm gonna
They
bleep
have
this.
to be here. Bleep it, please.
Yeah.
And then I hope that people understand who I'm talking about when I start naming these people. It's the Wolves, bro.
Turn the cameras off. Hey,
I'm sorry, man. Like, what can I? They can't stink for forever. They can't, bro.
Here's what's worse.
Why do they stink?
Here's what's worse. It's worse because I thought you were gonna say the Pelicans.
Oh, ugh. Ew.
And I think the Pelicans are still better than the Wolves. Wait, the Pelicans. Wait, they still have D'Lo.
They have Listen, it's D'Lo, Anthony, Cat,
Carl, Fat Carl.
Yeah, the Fat Cat. Come on, bro. The Wolves can't stink for forever, bro. It's no way. They got Patrick Beverly. Like I know that Patrick Beverly is not a boost as far as your offense goes, but he's a boost for the team. The team has to get better because of somebody like him. He's glue. He's a glue guy, or he's like the opposite. He's a magnet.
Yeah, no. Oh. I don't hate it, but that's gross to me.
It's gross to me, and I didn't want to say that, but
right,
that's where I got.
You said it.
So,
all right.
Moving on with our predictions, let's go to season awards or end of season awards.
I did the West. I did the East West first. So you go ahead first for the awards.
Okay, so for awards, I'll go from bottom to top as far as important. Most improved for me.
I'm going bottom to top. Okay, most
improved. And I want to look you in your fucking eyes. You better be the most improved.
Okay.
For the amount of money that they played that man.
Yeah.
Michael Porter Jr., if it's not you, we're sending you to prison. Because you've stolen so much money.
The $200 million man.
So much fucking money that if it's not you, you were a thief. And a thief at a level that I can't even fathom.
Yeah.
Because you have done next to nothing but shown flashes of brilliance.
I tell you twice.
If the most improved player is not Michael Porter Jr., I am calling the police.
Okay.
Help!
Police!
You need to go to jail.
Yeah.
Because you're a thief.
Yeah.
6-man, I think this is one of those awards that it doesn't move drastically.
It doesn't. It never
I think that moves. When you're the 6-man, you just that nigga because there's not a lot of people that have that kind of
ability.
No, not ability. That kind of offensive construct to where it's one dude that's the 6th man. Like everybody's got a 6th man by classification. Like you had the most minutes off the bench. You was that dude. But it's not a lot of people who have a 6th man, and their 6th man's role is to be an assassin. Like you come off the bench, like Lou Williams did for forever, like J.R. Smith did for forever. Just come off the bench and just be an assassin. I just need you to score as many points as you can. If you're playing 5 minutes, I need 8 points. Like I need it like that. He's just instant offense. And Jordan Clarkson is that guy right now.
Yeah.
Nobody else has that role.
I'm with you.
So I got Jordan Clarkson at 6-man. Defensive player of the year is going to piss me off because I hate this man, and you're going to see later that I do hate this man. I only hate him because you're not doing anything. You haven't done anything for years.
Since 2014.
Since 2014, bro.
You
already know who it is.
I know you're going to say.
But why?
A stifle?
Oh, the tower.
Oh, God.
The Frenchman. The big French fry. You freaking stink. I saw him shoot a jumper last night.
Yeah.
And it was a pleasant surprise, but I think that was preseason confidence. Because he does absolutely nothing. Like, how are you the screen and screener? You're not a screen and roller. Screen and rescreen. We're not screening and rolling. You're not catching no backside lobs. You're not doing nothing. You're not even getting back. He like the last nigga back on offense, first one back on defense, which I respect. But Rudy Gobert is a football player. That's a football player. He lead the league in picks. He ain't got no rushing yards.
Can you imagine if it's like a safety?
Oh my God, like bro. This. Big 2 left feet.
Bro, you go in the end.
Got a handful of thumbs. No, bro. I
just bat the ball down.
I don't hate Rudy Gobert.
Yes, you do.
But I hate Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, I understand.
Like who? Like what are you doing, bro?
Bro, get out of here.
You're not doing anything on the offensive end, and that's hurting them. Like he helps on the defensive side where you got an anchor, but this is not 90s basketball. It's not 80s basketball. You can't play one side of the ball.
Rudy Gobert be the GOAT 90s basketball.
Oh my gosh, he'd be an animal, and then like he would have points because he wouldn't need to use skills.
Yeah,
he was just so big. You just dunk the shit. Yeah. Put a whole bunch of push shots up. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox with Rudy Gobert.
Okay,
I hate you, but I love you. MVP. Giannis.
Okay.
Like, how can it not be?
Okay.
Their team got worse. He got better.
Okay.
Everybody else's team with the MVP caliber guys got more people to take away from their MVP cases.
Okay.
So,
that's fine.
Kristaps is probably going to be elevated. I was thinking about Luka. But I think that with Jason Kidd there, Kristaps is probably going to have an elevated role. We've seen it in the preseason so far. They're trying to get Kristaps in Kristaps' spots, which I don't know why Rick Carlisle was like, hey, you like the ball here?
Fuck you.
Move.
Yeah.
Get off of that. You like the ball down there? Oh, no. Just come out. Stand here. They just stood him at 30 feet out. Watch Luka dribble. And if it comes to you, shoot it. And he was just shooting 30-footers until it hurt. So Luka was going to be my guy. That team is going to get a little bit better because of their coach. I think that he's going to involve all of the players and kind of utilize them to the best of their abilities. Lakers got better. LeBron's probably not going to have it. Brooklyn got healthy.
Yeah.
None of these dudes can't have it. No, you can't have it. Golden State, I looked at that, and I know that Steph Curry is Steph Curry, but I kind of didn't like that because he was like my last pick. Like it was Steph, Giannis. Giannis is probably going to have a way better record than Steph.
Yeah, more
so
likely.
I think that just going off of the trend and the way that they vote, I got Giannis as my MVP. Who you got?
Okay, not bad. I'm gonna go bottom top as well since you did that. My most improved player is someone we watched make a leap at the end of last year, and I hope it continues into this year. He's in the dog status. I'm hoping for this guy, honestly. Yeah, right. I know, right? I don't know. I'm rooting for this man.
Most improved.
I think this. Because there's a difference between like most improved and getting recognized for it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That. And I can see this guy finally getting the recognition based on their unit. But my most improved player is going to go to Dylan Brooks. Dylan.
Big dog.
I'm rooting for you. I didn't like you when we started. When you first got in the league, wasn't a fan. Saw you at the end of last year. Loved you. So
dog.
Dog status.
Wild dog. The captain.
So give it to Dylan Brooks. I'm gonna say Dylan Brooks is most improved.
Okay.
My sixth man. I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna switch it at this point because, well, it depends on how they utilize this person, right? I think you're right. I think JC's pretty much the lock, right?
Yeah.
But I could see, if they decide to play him off the bench, I could see Dennis being sixth man, Dennis Schroeder being sixth man in Boston.
Okay.
And just because we don't know if he's gonna be the starter or if they're gonna play him with the bench.
Yeah, because I think if he plays Marcus Smart has to slide.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could slide Marcus. Marcus can still be rotational. Marcus can play, play defense on the front.
You want Jaylen Brown as your 4 though? Because that's what it has to be. If you're playing Dennis and Marcus at the same time,
that's what I'm saying. That's why Dennis doesn't start.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I don't know what they're gonna do. That's gonna be
your
weird.
starting lineup could be, you could have Marcus. You have Jalen, you have Jason all on there, and Rob, and you could have who's the point? You could have what are the smaller guys?
It'll be Marcus.
Like Marcus
It'll be Marcus or Dennis. Like that's the only two.
Well, either way.
Ones they're gonna roll with.
So yeah, so that's the 6-man.
At least to start.
Dark horse 6-man Alex Caruso. You already know.
Yeah.
DPOY, and I think this is good. I think this is gonna happen based on just what the Lakers are gonna need to do. But I think it's Anthony Davis.
I like that.
I think we could see Anthony Davis be put into
where he's playing more 5.
Yeah, playing more 4 more 5, and just like a less. They're not going to need him to produce as much offensively. Like, obviously, it's nice to get when he gets buckets, and the Lakers are better when he's better. Especially when the Lakers have 70% in the paint and they're all 80 points, hard to see them losing the game. But at the same point,
I can say yes. That's okay.
Huh?
I said you can say yes. That's okay. I think everybody understands that we're Lakers.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm saying us. But LeBron stands, baby. But at the same point, I think like when you look at the fact that we're not going to get a ton of defensive production out of people like Carmelo Anthony, we don't have the same perimeter defenders that we had last year. I think we're going to have to see AD step up defensively.
Yeah.
And that may limit his touches offensively. Obviously, if we can get him out of transition and get him easy buckets, that's nice. But I think he's going to have to be really the defensive anchor for it to work, especially with older 5s like DeAndre Jordan.
Who's been cooking?
Who's been cooking, but he's an older 5. Dwight Howard, older 5. Dwight's been cooking as well.
I think DeAndre's going to start.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, that's what I see. I think AD can make a case for DPOY this year, and I'd like to see that. And then my MVP based off I think where the league is going. I think him getting better, and I think I just think that the league's looking to maybe make this guy MVP at some point is Luka. I think Luka's going to be the
MVP. League wants him to be.
The league wants him to be
so
MVP. Bad. I think it makes sense. I think he's only getting better. I think the Mavs are going to be a locked playoff team. I think as long as he's healthy, sure. It's like how they wanted Zion to make the All-Star team. It's
gross.
It's just like one of those things where it's going to get.
You guys are gross. All of you that did that,
nasty.
Shame on you.
But that's what I was saying. I think if we look, I think based on narrative, I mean, obviously, and he's having excellent production as a player. He's only getting better.
Yeah.
So I think he's only getting better. He's gonna have a bunch of nationally televised games. He's living up to who he's supposed to be, and I think he's gonna end up being the MVP. Yeah. I think it's gonna be good, and I think it's gonna be really fun to watch that team next year as well.
I'm impressed. I looked at my phone. I had like an Instagram story that I saved.
Yeah.
I just had a whole bunch. I was just going through that.
Yeah.
And I saw that I had saved 3 years ago, or maybe 4 years ago. I don't remember how long ago it was. Will he make or will his game translate to the NBA? And it's showing him in his Real Madrid jersey.
Yeah.
And it's Luka. And I was like, man, if they only knew. Like, I watched him when they started, when the draft comes around, you always learn about a new foreign dude that's been cooking for forever, and we just never knew about him. I saw Luka. I saw him because he won the championship that year, and he was wearing Jordans. I don't know why that stuck out to me. But I was like, this dude looks cool, but he's slow.
Yeah.
Like, slow as shit.
Yeah.
And his body looked stupid. Like, he looked doughy.
Yeah, he still
looks doughy.
He still does.
But we found out that he's just strong as shit.
Yeah. He's got heart and strength.
And that's cool. But, yeah, I like him. But in typical Lord of the Rim fashion, we can't just have it as simple as the regular season awards that we're going to see. I need least valuable player. And I need it to be a starter. And I need the least valuable player to be somebody, not just they stink. Him being on the floor is negatively contributing to wins. There's a player like that on every team. This is the plus-minus guy.
Yeah.
This is the plus-minus. This guy's always in the negatives.
The least valuable.
And the team was in the positive. He had an even plus-minus. Everybody else had plus 24. And you're like, yo, what was you? Well, like, what were you doing?
Yeah.
Why was your plus-minus so bad?
Yeah.
Who is that guy for you? Who's the least valuable player?
Who's the least valuable starter in the league? I didn't actually write this down. I got.
The Pacers had Karis LeVert too. Yeah, I think you should have slid up. Yeah, you forgot about him.
Karis. The least valuable player. We don't. Do we have to say it? We know who it is.
Oh dang!
We
the
know
podcast. I'm sorry, brother.
Come on now. It's Carl. Carl, I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry, Carl.
Carl, I really do apologize.
Carl should come off the bench, man. I feel so bad because I feel like we talked so much shit about Carl.
I feel so
when
bad.
He was in LA.
Yeah.
Carl made that little weird.
Pause it.
Oh no! It was me.
No, listen. We were adding Kyle Kuzma supporters for 2 years.
Yeah.
2.5 years.
I tried.
We tried real hard to buy into Kyle being the third option. To Kyle, to the 2018 team, Kyle could be the next.
They're like,
could
he's
be
making
a
the
potential
jump.
All-star.
He's gonna be the third guy.
Come on, bro.
Nah.
We've tried,
sorry, Carl.
but at this point, it might be.
Yeah, Carl. I apologize, brother.
Carl Kuzma. I'm sorry.
I can't do my LVP as Carl though.
Do you think
that's a good pick though?
You think with like league front when front offices call each other, they call people shit like that, like Fat Larry. it's like hey man, I can get.
They got
like the Wizards, like, hey, listen, I'll give you Kyle Kuzma. Carl, you gonna give me
Carl?
Goddamn, Carl Kuzma.
Shout out Charles Barkley for calling him Carl Kuzma. They just never ever like that. That's stuck in my head for forever. He's forever Carl.
Bro, he's just Carl now.
My LVP, only because of the fact that I slid them in there at the 10 spot. But I like him. I just don't think that he's not a winner yet. He hasn't been in a position to be able to win. And when he had the chance to win, they just shipped him.
Yeah.
It's D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, I can see it. I understand where you're coming
He had a chance, and you see that they valued Spencer Dinwiddie more than they did D'Angelo.
Yeah.
Spencer Dinwiddie was closing games. D'Angelo was like the guy with the points. Mm-hmm. He was the starter, but they made Spencer close. He was consistent. He made good decisions. He didn't take crazy shots. D'Lo gets a little hero mentality in him. The cape starts sliding out the back of his jersey, and he knows that it's time. Like, somebody got to do it, and if it's going to be somebody, it's going to be me. And I think D'Lo is just one of those people, like, if he played solid all year, y'all are in the playoffs. There's no question.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, so we got least valuable player, so we'll go least improved player.
Least improved.
Somebody who has been the same player for forever. I'm about to rename this award. You know who I'm picking.
I know.
I'm going to rename the award. I'm going to rename the award so I don't pick him.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be good for forever. He's going to be good for a long time. He's going to be in the league for a long time. And he's never going to be asked to do anything more than he currently does. And he's never going to improve. I promise. And if he does, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I doubted you. Not really, but.
Listen, the least improved player for me, there's buckets that are always empty calories. This is a Philly pick, but Tobias Harris.
Yeah. I'd hate to do that to an old man.
But should we make it like under 25?
Yeah, I think next time we revise it and make it a little younger.
Like a younger?
I think Toby has met his. He's reached his peak.
Okay, so we got it. So
he's peaked already.
Then I'd say PJ Washington.
Ugh, why?
Because there's no way he got better this offseason.
He had to.
No, there's no way he got better this offseason.
He had to. He ain't had shit else to do.
He had a whole scandal.
He had no diapers to change. He had nothing.
He had nothing going on.
He had no shorty to satisfy.
He did. He was out here. He got a whole new Instagram.
Oh, he got a new Instagram shorty?
He got a new Instagram shorty. That's what I'm saying. Bro. He got worse. He's a young man who ain't learning his lesson. So.
Right. Well, I won't. I don't feel like I have to say, but my least improved is.
You can't use him because he's 30. You gotta find somebody new.
I gotta use somebody else.
Somebody.
It was Rudy Gobert, and I still wanted to be Rudy Gobert.
It's the Rudy Gobert award.
It's the Rudy Gobert award. We'll change it. Least improved is now the Rudy Gobert award.
Okay.
And I am going to shift least improved to your LVP pick.
Oh, Carl?
And it's got to be Carl. I feel like we pick on Carl so much.
We're
going to see Carl in the streets.
Oh, Carl lives down the block.
Carl got to live down the block.
Or
he live in Fredericksburg. He do have a big yard. He probably live in Fredericksburg.
You live in both, bro.
You might live in Gaithersburg. Wherever you at, Carl, I'm sorry, bro. But
Carl, I'm sorry, man.
I think everything that I do, for me, for Carl, I'm going to just treat Carl like this is my brother.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, I think that this is going to happen.
Yeah.
But my hope is that he does better.
I'd love to have Carl on the podcast where we just continue to disrespect him outright.
It'd be cool, like the Eric Andre show.
Yeah.
Just have him on here.
Carl, what was it like just being a burden to an entire city?
Here, hold on one second. This might be important.
Okay, what's up?
Hello? Recording. Yeah. We're wrapping up. Okay. I got you. Well, yeah, because it wasn't the door. All right. Yeah, I got a litter in the house. So.
Okay. We got to get moving.
Yeah, but
okay. Anyway, let's wrap this up. We didn't talk about Ben Simmons coming back to Philly.
We didn't.
We should talk about that.
That's so weird. Yeah, briefly touch on Ben Simmons. I'm praying for that young man. I don't know what he's got going on. I think that Philly is going to continue to squander his talents. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's the place for him, and they shouldn't even be trying to keep him.
You don't think so?
No. What are you keeping somebody who doesn't want to be there for, especially when you have value? Yeah. That's the best case scenario for you. Maybe if you like Ben, let's say you like Ben, which I don't think they do. No. I think they don't want to have to pay anyone else. They don't want to lose value because they feel like he's kind of took his trade value and smeared doo-doo on it.
Yeah.
But you kind of got, you have to move him.
I mean, he says he's coming back.
Y'all told JoJo, hey, JoJo, shut up, man. We're not going to say nothing about Ben Simmons. It's not about Ben Simmons no more. He started talking shit about Ben Simmons on media day. Hey, Doc Rivers, fix this thing with Ben. He tried to fix it on a little PR tour. He was on a press tour for forever trying to talk about how much better you would be understanding the future of Ben Simmons' role. Mm-hmm. You do that, and then you go to Ben Simmons' crib, and you berate him, telling him that he need to be here because it's in his contract.
Yeah.
That's a recipe for disaster. And if you want to do anything, you should have moved him 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. It's a little late.
You should have. Because now we don't want to have to start the season with disgruntled Ben Simmons. Mm-hmm. What do? Do you leave him there and you just pay him since he's present but don't play him?
I think they're going to get him back on the floor, and this is also why I didn't have Philly
for what
in my top in my list at all. Is I just feel like it's going to be such a toxic environment next year that they're not going to play well. It's going to be a massive distraction for the whole year. In the best case scenario is they get rid of their second best player. That's their best case scenario. Their best case, and then let's say you get out from under Ben Simmons in some trade where you're able to pick up Victor Oladipo and a couple pieces for Miami or something, right? It's
not going to be as good as what you could get.
Yeah. Or let's say you get a trade to Minnesota for D'Lo and a couple
you're going to get a lot of shit.
Nas Reed in 2 picks and 2 pick swaps, something like that, right? Even then, you're nowhere near as good as you currently are with Ben Simmons. So they're gonna stink if they don't play Ben Simmons. They're gonna stink if they do play Ben Simmons.
If they don't play Ben Simmons, they're gonna be really good.
I think no, because it's gonna be a distraction around with the whole team.
Nobody's gonna care.
You don't think so?
It's going to be Seth Curry with more minutes, who's hungry, and he shot ridiculously last year.
Yeah.
It's going to be Tobias Harris with more touches, who we know is a regular season warrior.
Oh, big time.
He just, when you get a third dude, he just turns into a pumpkin.
Yeah, I don't know.
If it's Toby, like if it's the Toby show, he's going to go crazy, and he's always going to provide. But if it's the Toby and Friends reunion tour, Toby's sick every night.
Yeah, I don't know what they do. I think they're gonna try to repair it. I don't know if it's gonna. I don't think it can work.
This is a done.
I think too much.
Repair job,
I think too much has already been said.
Yeah,
too much has already been said.
The bridge has been burnt.
The bridge has been burnt. You can't take a lot.
Then y'all got in the water in between the bridge and peed in it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's not really.
It's over, bro.
There's not a whole lot.
Let it go.
Let it be. But anyway,
let it die.
Anyway, that's the end of today's Lower the Rim podcast. The only basketball podcast where we both wear hats because neither of us have haircuts this week.
Yes.
Anyway, we will see.
A nice little ponytail up here.
Y'all later. Appreciate it. See you next week.
Lower that goddamn rim.
Lower that rim. Peace.